How did you feel about your running before you started coaching with me?
So I enjoyed it. I liked doing it. I'd kind of built up from nothing to running my first marathon with pretty much on my own with a little bit of support. But I kind of didn't really know what I was doing. I had a few little niggles when I was training for things which I didn't really understand. So I think I would sum that up as loving it, but not really know what doing.
Did you have any worries or fears about signing up to coaching with me? And if so, what were they?
No, not at all, really. Obviously, I knew a little bit beforehand. I know people that have known you for even longer. So those recommendations certainly helped with that.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just pleasantly surprised when we had our first conversation about it. It was just a bit of a no-brainer for me, really.
What would you say has been your standout result from coaching so far?
So there's probably two I'd talk about. Obviously, we broke the 4-hour marathon barrier in a very hilly marathon up at Loch Ness. So that was a great win. But I think what was more of a win really was how well I bounced back from that. I was kind of walking fine the next day. That everything was moving, a little bit stiff and a little bit sore, but everything was moving, no injuries. And then we pretty much moved on from that to running 70 miles in a day. And again, come out of it really with no niggles, no injuries, no real misalignments, just some stiffness, soreness, and tiredness. So actually, where I think I've seen the real value is in how I've recovered from the big events that I wanted to do, as opposed to actually the event themselves. But at the same time, I've met every target I wanted to with you. So it's pretty good.
What other benefits have you felt or had from the coaching from me?
And the biggest benefit is, I think when things have been difficult or when things have been hard, be that a difficult workout session, or a bit of niggle here, or a tiredness where things just felt really hard, or struggling to get it in with work. Actually, you've been very good at validating that feeling and understanding that, but also kind of calling that out for what it is. And it's a lot of it is, there's not a reason to say no, it's a reason to say how do we, as opposed to kind of just not doing or skipping a whole week's training, whatever it might be. So what you've been really good at is actually stopping me being harsh on myself and stopping me kind of overdoing it when my kind of natural intention would just be to push through something. So that's been really valuable.
Okay, so if you were to sum that up, what word would that be?
Patience, I think. Well, definitely.
Would you recommend coaching with me? And if so, what would you say?
Yes, I basically just have a chat. What you see very quickly with you is kind of in your first meeting with you is very clearly you've got a very clear plan. You're hearing things, and you're instantly turning those into, actually, maybe think about this, maybe think about that. I could already see the first few weeks coming together. So 100% yes, and book a call.